Yeah, so maybe I fly up, see if I can spot a tree coming out of...
Hope it's within 200 feet of us.
The great tree of atrophy.
Well, maybe if it's big enough, I'll be able to see it. Maybe if we get high enough, we can see above the fog. I can fly me and another person up. Who's got really good vision?
Eyes?
That's you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My shot is pretty good too.
Actually, I could, yeah. I'll fly me and him up.
Okay, so you grab Orm and take off up into the sky.
We should just keep moving.
I'll send Pate with them as well, just so I can have eyes if something goes wrong.
Don't worry, I'm coming as well. Behind you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
His skin is just flapping.
Yep, the bones are like...
Flapping in the wind.
This is the size of my whole back.
He's a cute little backpack.
Have I ever flown?
How about you're on my back and then he's on your back?
That's so cute.
Great, yep.
All right, which way want me to go?
Okay, we're kind of going like. Shut. I'm talking. Shh. We're gonna be heading this way, kind of northwest. So I want you to just kind of fly ahead, stay 50, 100 feet in front of us. Quietly. Keep my eyes quietly. Don't touch the glowing teal buggies. Be quiet.
That means no singing, Pate. Don't, like, hum to yourself as you go.
And don't hit on the fairies.
He's being pretty quiet.
He is being very
There's a
quiet.
lot of rules.
He's being good. All right, ready? Go.
Vanishes mid-flight.
Great. Got
Infrared.
Pate with me as well.
Indeed. Can I talk again?
Oh my goodness. Yes, you can talk again, but you have to be very quiet.
But that's not being quiet.
Oh, you just have to like barely whisper.
This is as low as I go. You didn't make me to be quiet.
I didn't, did I?
No.
Your vocal cords are also just dried sinew, so it's not your fault.
It's not my fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not my fault.
Be proud of who you are.
Oh, I am.
Okay. All right.
In your head, you hear Orem. You're a little worried they're gonna just push us right off the cliff.
Oh, I wasn't.
I would like to do it and then take some cover.
Yeah, we should we hide after we make the fire? Me?
Might be a good idea, because, like, if Torres is like the protectors of the land, and then we look like people who are here to
Attack.
destroy the land, then maybe
We
that
have to let Taurus know that we're from Keyleth, that Keyleth sent
Because
us.
if I were protector, I'd be protecting them from us.
100%.
Because, again, leaning real hard into the best interpretation of these events.
What if we paint ourselves blue?
I love your optimism.
That's because they're gathering materials too.
I feel like it's time
For you too.
for you to practice.
Oh my goodness, it's been so long
It's
since we've
been
had a
so
lesson.
long, and I really think this could be your moment.
All right.
Just focus, and we can all make just like
She
a
was
really big
teaching me
fire.
fire.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Powerful. Very VV powerful over
But
here.
we need to back these pixies up so that they don't get exploded in.
22 for
Okay, so you can help control, right?
I can try to control the flames when you do this, so it doesn't like get too out of hand for
Alright.
the little fairies.
You ready?
Feel free to critique my form.
Okay. I think we should just let you go ham
Okay.
and just see how you feel.
Okay.
And I'll shoot some flame as well.
Okay.
Okay. This is gonna be fun.
And I just create this little bead of fire in the center of my palm. You can see almost like a thread. And then I'm almost like I'm puppeteering this little ball of flame. I'm gonna take it,
brilliant.
and as it expands, just shoot it outward and do a fireball.
Ooh.
This massive explosion hits. All of the wood that you've gathered and all the materials that you placed here immediately catch flame as a massive pyre of bright orange roaring flame just
That was amazing. That was amazing.
That was
Yes, yes.
Oh my goodness.
You see like the black smoke kind of billowing up into a pillar that rises up and mingles with the mist that surrounds
I'm gonna
you.
try to control it and make it kind of swirl.
It's a beautiful display, and the flames themselves are curling up 25 feet or so at the very tips of it. You're not sure how long it'll burn at that intensity, but definitely the initial spark and the initial burst of flame, it is a sight to behold here, and it's what you've
I'll
built.
keep shooting scorching rays when it starts to go down a little bit.
Nice.
I'm just gonna take any little like sparks flying off. I'm gonna make it look like those little pixie blizzard creatures kind of like flying around it, like flame dancing around.
You got it. That's cool.
Pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
26.
26?
Oh, not as great. 11.
Okay. The first thing you notice is the beautiful ring of flying pixie-like creatures are all just locked in place, just completely immersed in this flame, just silently, just glancing in the air. They're enchanted by this experience.
I have a gift to add to your collection.
What is
It's the Taste of Taldore tankard.
Oh my goodness, I have never been to Taldore. Do they drink from this?
Well, it's not, technically it's not from Taldore. Yeah, I think that's what they drink from because that's, yeah.
That is
Definitely
a
limited
very,
edition.
We've never been
a very kind gift. Unnecessary but appreciated. Thank you.
And she pours her own tea in with it.
How did you gain such a reputation for being a grief counselor?
It is a very long story that maybe is too much to make this about myself, with you being such fine guests. But suffice to say, I have lost a lot in my lifetime, and I have lived a very long lifetime. I have seen and witnessed many terrible things and many wonderful things. And I've seen many wonderful things come out of terrible things. So, I guess you could say I have a perspective through these experiences, as well as a comfortable connection with the natural life force of Exandria that can sometimes help others with similar experiences. And I'm just a very good listener.
Maybe a simpler question. How long have you been on the Shattered Teeth?
I've been in the Shattered Teeth my entire life. Which
You see she does like some mid-air math with her like long turtle kind of claw at the end of the
It's
finger.
hard when you've been around for a while.
120 something years.
It's dangerous because of ghost pirates that would come and try to kill us. Is that why? That's why.
I would consider that possibly dangerous. But maybe you don't.
Maybe they would love you.
I know.
I mean, who's more charming, right?
Maybe I could get like a little pirate like winch outfit, you know, and be like, ooh.
Maybe.
That's as far as my idea goes. Yes.
What are the odds on teleporting?
A shadow takes the memory, and you pull back from the compass.
Yeah. Yep. It's a pirate ghost ship, and it would be awesome.
Can't believe I'm
Looks
about
like
to.
it's about like a 25% chance of getting there successfully.
And that's if the magic is not funky dunky here, because
That's right.
I like the 30% chance with the ghost ship personally at this point.
That's fit a little 5% more.
I'm-
Plus, if it goes wrong, we just have to work on the ghost ship forever.
Oh, like we'd be forever cursed to be ghosts as well.
A dread pirate, you know.
Yeah, I think that's
Well, we just
that's
have
an
to come up with
assumption.
something like that we can offer this Dread Captain Novos.
Laudna.
Yeah.
Maybe they want some cookies.
I can start
Maybe they-
baking.
Can they eat?
I don't know.
I can make ghost cookies.
Maybe they just want to be asked what they want.
Let's do it. What do we got to lose, you know? We're all gonna die anyway. Let's do it.
Sold. Right? Speaking of, Jadonna, about the whole like
Jirana.
Sorry, you remind me of this old lady. It was kind of combining things. Speaking of this tree that tells you like how you die.
Can tell you.
What happens if you've already died?
I do not know.
Hey.
It's less that it tells you how you die, but offers the path to the end that you're walking. This tree is uniquely seated between life and death, and its roots reach to the fates of many. So, it can offer guidance in many ways. Just be wary the questions you ask, because not all the answers you may have been wanting to hear.
So you pull over the druid, its body kind of broken from the impact of it plummeting from the sky in its final moments in Bassaris. The jaw kind of open in this agape, terrified, final moment expression of pain. The eyes still kind of wide if the muscles themselves are lax. Stench already isn't great, but you pull the body out onto the beach and you leave your incantation and you watch as the mist that's rolling by, some of it seems to swirl a bit and gather before going into the open mouth. The druid's chest expands. The eyes kind of look over and lock in with yours. And the jaw just kind of twitches like it's trying to begin to make noise, but has no purpose to yet. But the spell has taken hold.
Okay.
So you're standing there with me?
I guess I had to cast the spell, and now I'll just sort of quietly back away and turn my attention to Imogen.
And I'm gonna look at the dead druid. You failed your mission. Where is Thul?
The eyes kind of shift over back to you. And you asked it.
Where is Thul?
She remains at the key.
In my head, I will say to FCG, what the fuck else am I supposed to be asking about?
They told me to ask about lewdness. What was the plan? What happened? Perdathos? What? I don't know what.
Is it gaining strength?
Yeah, is it time? I don't know.
How many have come over?
I don't know. I saw 100 or more.
Did you ever speak to Lewdness?
No. Just watched him.
How much time until we strike?
The dead person's confused.
I don't know.
Good.
What is the greatest threat to our organization?
They've mentioned unity. Keep them scattered.
That was good. That was good.
Spell releases.
Jeez Louise, that was pathetic.
I didn't get the first couple words either, but it seemed like unity.
They mentioned unity. They're trying to keep them scattered.
Okay.
So
Is that why we got shunted?
maybe. Maybe they're trying to cause dissension among the gods, the different
Or keep the mortals from gathering and organizing, and that's why they're blowing up all these ships and
Stopping communication.
Yeah.
The ruined torso of Rutanish lay sprawled out on this beach, the cold mists blowing through. And as you put the coin to the forehead, that mist swirl happens once more, and the chest rises.
Pissed even chest.
Chest is jelly beans. Okay.
The eyes kind of like. You can hear like the congealed liquid, like
no, you don't need
straining
to do it.
against the dried eyes.
I am sitting behind this, just enjoying the view of the back.
Stupid talented voice actor.
Congratulations. You fell to a group of weaklings. Luckily, our master is forgiving. We can bring you back. If you prove yourself.
He's just looking at you.
you haven't asked a question yet, so maybe that's okay.
In your head. What am I asking?
Oh, sorry. So, the means of communication that they use, like secret ways of communicating. They use.
How long distance?
You've been cut off, right?
Tell me how we communicate.
The old-fashioned way. This solstice scrambled the soul.
We were gonna ask them about any secret entrances or
Tell me how
defenses.
we've protected our entrances into the key.
If Mandadin is requested, and the moon folk have kept eyes as well.
You were in charge of keeping rebellions down, yes? Oh, that was question two.
Partially.
Parsh, is he gonna elaborate? No, he's not.
As you can see, I've been separated from our forces.
Right. Husband made a fart sound.
Tell me about our entrances into the key.
Please.
Can you?
He's becoming Yoda.
You want the secret entrances, can you?
You have many tricks up your sleeve. The main pit entrance is easy. Otherwise, they were closed behind us as a precaution.
I look at you like, get in my head.
I'm in your head, what?
I don't think is being truthful. He's being like a little sassy with you.
Yeah, I think he knows.
Which I feel like you probably
I
picked
feel
up on,
like,
but
yeah.
Okay. He's not.
I'm gonna use my mage hand. I'm gonna rip the head off of the dead body and bring it up in the air. So it's looking at me in the eye.
Tongue's kind of.
What happened to the two? The wizard and the monk.
probably dead.
Just like you.
You did so well.
That was fucking terrible.
Great.
That's great.
If it makes you feel better, why don't you take his head and like use it like a skipping stone across the ocean?
Do that.
Okay.
Big monsters like.
Don't go in the ocean.
Should we do the other one?
God.
Wait, we're doing more?
Do we have
No, don't make me do that again.
I
Somebody
need to-
else can do it.
I'm gonna go
There's
deal with
nothing
some of
else
this
to
shit
glean.
anyway.
There's nothing like.
These are low level punks.
But we do know that there were secret entrances. We just don't have the location.
Close. Okay.
And we know that there are soldiers and moonfolk.
And 100 strong had come over.
100. What?
Rylorans?
Rylorans had come over.
That's the moonfolk, right?
And they communicate the old-fashioned way by
That's great.
pigeon, I guess.
And that Ojahan Thul remains at the Malleus Key.
Yeah.
That's good info.
That's
That
good.
is
Yeah, you did great.
First episode.
I'll stand next to Chetney and kind of like take my ball gown and kind of like.
I know it's bugging you to fix it.
Oh, putting it out?
Yes.
That's right.
The ship kind of stops, and you can see kind of mist pouring off the deck and into the water below to meet the mist that has been apparating from the space where you placed the compass. Immediately, about 6 of the shattered shapes sploosh into the water
They make
and
splash?
vanish beneath the
You can
waves.
swim.
Well,
4 more.
the word you're looking for is. We're gonna be parlaying. We're gonna be talking.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a negotiation.
I'm just gonna cast mage armor on myself just in case he's there.
Don't start shit.
I fluff up my hair
Okay.
and get the girls out.
The water begins to break about 30 or so feet from where you are on the beachfront.
Fruit roll up.
The water breaches, and you can see figures just walking through the waves.
Cool.
The rotted remnants of long missing skin and flesh now left in thin lines across what is mainly skeletal figures, wearing bits of torn leather armor and holding cutlasses and daggers at their sides as they emerge from the water. 4, 6, 10 of them, all just marching up the shore towards you.
And are they splashing the water, or is it just sort of they're just cutting through the water?
No, the water is splashing. They are physical, skeletal creatures.
Do any of them have a head wound?
You can see one of them that looks like it has like a part of it was shot with probably a bolt of some kind.
They have a nice. Is any of them nicely dressed or anything? Is there a?
They all look pretty ragged.
Oh, it's fair.
It was a bolt, though.
You can see there are a handful of figures that are still on the ship back there. And as they approach, just kind of at a decent march, weapons out, the kind of thick, briny waters kind of spilling through the ribs that are exposed and out of the open jaws, kind of draining out of the empty cavities in the skull as they approach. This raspy voice echoes out from the ship beyond.
Take it from them. Leave them bleeding. Whatever they have is ours.
Looking at their undead bony forms, I crack and dislocate a few of my bones and go to my former dread.
Which looks like?
You know, it's a little halfway between, my tree form and my widow form.
Okay, it's finally like a
Kind of.
merger between the two of them.
Kind of mirroring them a little bit too. Maybe I got some barnacles. I don't know.
Cool.
And then, I'm going to fireball them.
Okay.
That's how it's done.
Oh my God!
They are all just in this explosion. You watch the bones kind of like scatter out from the detonation. The mist is kind of burned away in a minute before it all begins to roll back in to kind of fill the space, and they all just crumble into piles of bone and armor under the waves as the ocean begins to almost like begin to drag them back out.
We also do a Point Break like shockwave, like.
Yeah, you just see the water do that like dip and then come back. Yeah, the little mushroom. And then I don't know, are they immune to fear?
They're all destroyed.
Didn't you say one?
Oh, there is one. You're right.
He has
little one.
He's afraid of me. He's scared.
He's immune to me.
He's immune to fear. That's what I thought. Can I just, as a,
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
just shout to the captain in Shadow Cant
Huh?
A wolf.
and say,
Sure, you don't want to make a deal.
You now kind of glance over, and up here you see the haggard-looking skeletal dwarf with like this patchy, awful, mossy beard that hangs down, tucked into this like breasted-over long jacket. This hat brim that's kind of burning, cleft up top, and you can see his eyes are burning these bright, flaming blue balls that's kind of out from the front of the face. You see him holding this massive saber up, and this like gnarled-looking hand cannon in the other hand. Looks back and meets your gaze.
Well, let's have a chat.
And he puts his weapons away.
Oh.
The rest, kill them.
Oh. Or less.
Dick.
So even the terrifying divine presence of the Changebringer washes through your undead spirit, and you feel this icy grip in your body that perhaps you are an anathema to the gods, and their presence means that you're also pinned for destruction. And you just feel this urge to just get the hell away from whatever's behind you as fast as you can.
Gods hate me.
It's right up there.
Let's talk.
What is it that you're wanting to discuss?
Hey, still looking harried. The little damsel in distressy. I grab him by his hand. And when taken as part of my form of dread, my rib cage opens a little.
Oh, risky.
And I take his hand and I put it inside of my chest.
Oh.
You're like me. Cursed like me. Roshan. Gamord. Delilah. We can end it. Together. But you have to stop this now.
He withdraws his hand. He goes,
I chose this curse. The Strife Emperor gave me renewed fury.
What is it? Strifenber?
The Strife Emperor.
The Strife Emperor.
So, what else do you offer, aside from returning what's mine and the lives of your compatriots?
I'm going to use Silent Image
Kirby doesn't need to make toys.
to make the compass again. And then I want to do it.
Sure.
I'm going to shift it again to look, I'm so sorry, to look like Chetney's possessed sword.
It's a cursed sword. It's a cursed sword that talks to him. And so I figured it would go good with your whole aesthetic.
The captain pulls forth his saber from his sheath, which you can see as it hits the air, the moisture kind of like clings to it and creates kind of ice crystals along the blade, and goes,
What's so special about this cursed sword?
It imbues him with the strength of 100 holy men. It can grant you radiant abilities. The same ones that cause your men to flee.
Show me this blade.
And I will unsheathe Grazjaw, the luminary blade.
okay. You pull it free, and it gleams here from the fog that surrounds it. It gives off its own kind of faint, radiant glow. And in the back of your mind, you hear,
Old friend, here you draw me forth. Together, you will return to that insidious place in the mountain and destroy the first of many enemies of freedom.
Not yet. First, we kill ghost pirates. And I'll come up behind Laudna and just hold the...
So dash up to there?
Yeah, and hold the blade out, and I'll say, I beg you to reconsider. If you want your compass, we ask but a simple journey across the seas. Buck.
Just give him a little wink.
Told you.
So, you're asking for passage in trade. You all live. You give me my compass and this fine weapon.
I was gonna go sorry.
What do you mean, sorry?
Compass first. The sword upon arrival.
I've made clear the deal, specifications. We end this now, or you all die.
You know a girl has to have collateral. Am I really supposed to trust a bunch of pirates?
Collateral doesn't sound right to me. The blade, no. The compass after. Or I tell them to set loose.
I look at Jenny.
I'll flip the blade so I catch the blade. I don't say anything about that yet. Yet.
What are you doing? We are bonded, you and I.
Don't make this harder than it has to be.
No destiny before you.
We'll see each other again. Time cannot separate us. Death is but a door.
The captain grasps the handle of the blade and holds it up.
Oh, come on.
Accept it.
And as he bows his head, he closes his hand. All the skeletons that have been running away continue to run up onto the ship. The skeletons that are getting back up off the ground kind of stop and snap up into their spaces and kind of look back, no longer aggressive in their stance. The ones that are across the way that can like reform and eventually begin to return, but they're all just kind of casually walking now as the captain kind of gives out a horrible ghostly echoing whistle. And they all begin to slowly return to the ship.
So, either I get the rest of the deal we made, and we're all on our way, or we'll leave you here and take what's ours anyway.
We can trust him. At least on this part.
Okay, well, I just want to say, I feel like you duped me a little bit with, like, trying to swap the order and sort of just saying words when clearly my interpretation was, like, I will give you a sword and then we'll get there and then you get the compass. But...
You just want him to note that you're upset?
Yes!
Okay.
Consider it a hard lesson about parleying on the sea.
Feels more like a hard lesson just about, like, you, but that's fair. At least shake on it.
The bony fingers curl around your bony fingers. Cold, clammy flesh meets somewhat damp, frozen bone.
Bone on bone.
Kind of like holds there for a second. The
Marisha Ray's
Bone on bone.
The rest of you hear like squeaking, almost like cold metal pushing against concrete.
No.
My eyes flare a little as well, just to meet his.
Give me my compass.
I pull him close to me. Fine. Jenny!
Okay. Oh no. I take out the compass. Wait, where's the white one? Where's my replica? What thanks? It's pretty good, don't you think? You sure you don't want?
The
validation.
The kind of dark, smoldering skeleton has walked up behind and like snatches the wooden one from your hand and goes, looking at it with the one like burning blue eye. And goes,
It's made quite well.
Thank you.
The craftsmanship is second to none.
Your first name?
I take it as a prize.
Excuse me?
Wait, whoa, that wasn't part of the
I didn't
deal.
say it.
They're
so,
pirates,
no.
that's
It's
what they do,
practically
y'all.
worthless.
He's right. We're really good at finding stuff.
So am I. Obviously.
Well,
we
sort of helped.
We
and then
called
stuck it
you.
in the water.
We literally went like bloop. To get
Right,
you
and I
there.
found you when you did. It was really fast. We were like right there.
Response time was incredible. Truly.
How'd you get here so fast?
It's part of the deal. So, yeah, I don't fully understand it, but you know we're not going to question it, so...
we should go see where if there's
Well, we
any
gotta
empty
sleep somewhere,
quarters.
don't we?
Right. Gotta figure that out.
It's probably gonna be colder below deck. What do you think?
Only one way to find out.
Let's come on, Imogen, come with me. Okay.
You can do a variation
Telling
of
me
the
a
game.
secret. I won.
I was allergic to cats when I was alive.
I'm sorry about that. It must have been hard.
Ask him if he was allergic to ghost cats.
Stop talking. Use your mind powers to throw the game.
3.
Oh,
I win.
Good job.
Tell me your secrets.
One time, when I was little, I saw a bug. It was crawling up a set of stairs. And it was... I'm taking the dead one over there.
Hey, letters.
letters.
Weird question. That woman who's in my head that you saw, Delilah.
D.
Another D.
Uh-huh.
What happens if you scry on her?
Ooh.
Have you tried?
I'm suddenly very invested.
Boo boo butter. Let's do it.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Your head's gonna explode. That'd be
might be the
awesome.
I can try. Or you can try.
I think I can scry again.
Oh,
Because I only have,
you had guidance.
I already used my 5th level to check on the hot one.
Got it.
Tomorrow.
I used
So,
two
I could
5th
do
levels
tomorrow?
just now too, but
You
I
did.
can just rest and do it tomorrow.
okay.
Yeah.
You try it again then.
Oh, yes.
They want a bow?
I mean, I'm sure they haven't boned in a long time. They might.
If they can etch it on
Although,
me,
I don't know, maybe they boned
down.
overnight.
It's I mean,
Let's
but
go.
it feels
A
like
lot
the very
seems like it
nature is
happens
boning.
Yeah.
But what you do know, especially you and your proximity to dark magics as well, that there are many curses in this world. Some that are simple, some are complex. There are ways to break curses that go by the rules and laws in which they were bound, and there are magical ways to undo them outside of their contract. Even the most powerful curses are vulnerable in the right ways, but it's extremely difficult. Not impossible, but very difficult.
Yeah, this seems like some next level shit.
Yeah, I assumed so.
Yeah.
Still?
Besides, I kind of want to talk to them. They seem, I would just love to take a little bit of time to get their perspectives because they all seem very comfortable in their situation.
Just across the way behind you, there's one of them holding the cards, looks over and goes,
They look so happy.
They know who they are.
Yes.
They've self-actualized. It's actually really refreshing to see.
Yes, and if I might be somewhat cursed, Chetney might be. I mean, honestly, Chetney, you're also quite the inspiration because you're very comfortable and have kind of accepted your situation.
Oh,
Right.
thriving. I mean, I'm next
Right.
level.
Yes.
It is a problem that it's a curse, though.
And you see, like, I don't know. I've told Imogen this. I think Delilah's still in my head. So
you're
maybe, I don't know if I can classify it. I mean, I guess in a way. But, maybe I just need to embrace it.
I'll fix it. I take one werewolf
I
club.
thought we killed her. I thought she was gone.
I thought so too. But here recently she's been like, you can't get rid of me.
Does she seem as present or strong as she
No,
used to?
very dormant. Very dormant. But you see, I kind of, when I lost control with Bordor, and I resorted to a thing that I was trying to keep at bay when I sucked his life force out, and I think I think she was there. I don't think she was gone. I think she was just kind of like, a seed frozen in the tundra, and
Almost
it
like
gave her a little bit of warmth.
It's almost like she sort of lurks in the darkest parts of your subconscious or something, and when those parts show themselves, she gets a little bit further freed.
That and when I eat the souls of people.
When you what?
Feeds her.
The children, the souls.
Eating children?
Yes.
Back up. This was when we separated, right? And then the eating the souls of children part. What did you mean by that? Hyperbole, I'm sure.
Oh, I didn't say children.
No, I said children. I was just adding because she was like eating the souls, and I was like in the children. I was just trying to make a joke.
Okay, but she didn't actually eat a child?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I mean, I don't know if I'm actually eating their souls, but it's like this ravaging hunger comes over me, and it's like and it's this necromantic draw, and I can feel like their heartbeat, like their life force, like pulsing through me, and it's honestly exhilarating. But I think it's problematic.
Wait, this has been something that's been going on the entire time?
Well, so yes. So it's okay. When Imogen and I were fighting because I touched her rock, and the rock I think had a little bit of like a life force, and then it shattered. And then I felt Delilah, and she was like, more! And then I realized I had this like new like ability to like reach in and grasp and like excise people's beings from them. And every time I do it, when I like lose control, she shows her pretty little face in my head. But I've tried not to do it. I haven't done it for a really long time.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should just sort of embrace the shadow, embrace the dark side, and confront it and own it like these pirates do. Oh, good.
Oh, that's good advice.
Embracing the shadow is literally what came up.
Thank you.
I didn't realize you were.
Excuse me.
Oh.
And you all kind of turn and away from all the rest of them, away from the card games and the social corners of the deck. One of the smaller skeletons kind of goes,
Sorry, I couldn't help but overhearing what you're talking about, and I just...
Who's talking to us? Which one?
You recognize the one who was referred to as
Kyle?
The little-
Keith? And for a skeleton, he looks demure, for as much as a fleshless, bone husk kind of ghost ship can be. Kind of puts a hand up and kind of like places it on your shoulder.
Hi, Kevin.
That's okay. You're new here. Look, before I was a ghost skeleton thing, I struggled with some challenges of my own in my own life. I gave in very intensely to the drink, and it had a hold on a lot of my life. And you know, at times I tried to hold it back, and times I gave into it, and I came to realise you can't get rid of it. It's always there, and it's more about learning to live with it and just let it not rule you. Once you're an addict, you're always an addict. And it's just learning how to better deal with those impulses and relying on those around you who have your best interests at heart and listening to them when they're very loud and aggressively telling you to put it down.
It's very insightful. Yes.
It's very insightful.
Thank you.
Seeing the one-for-one allegory.
Yeah.
I mean, that feels kind of like what the werewolves told you.
I am a werewolf.
Oh, sorry, I might have exposed some
I,
personal...
too, feel the desire for blood and meat and sometimes sinewy fatty bits. But I feel you. Once an addict, always an addict.
I mean, I didn't really make the choice to have her in my brain. But I see what you mean.
I think Kyle made a good point that it's never a good thing to give into it, although that does contradict your advice, FCG.
Well, I wasn't saying maybe give into it. I was just saying acknowledge it.
No, you said give into it,
Well,
give
I
yourself
did, I
over
did.
to it, is what
I
you said.
did.
But I think every time you do, I mean, based on the fact that you've heard her again, she gets stronger. You provide her with that power when you pull it into yourself, right?
Yes.
It feeds her.
Yes, but then she feeds me, right?
I mean, yeah, you do get stronger.
Like,
It's
maybe
just
it's-
do we want her to get stronger?
We want you to.
What if,
I feel like-
she gets strong enough, she'll fully take over? What if it's like...
I had that thought. But also, we're going into such extreme and uncertain circumstances. It feels like we're going to need all the firepower we can get. So maybe it's a necessary evil?
I think it's important to realize what we're fighting for, and that's us. So it's not worth it if we're gonna lose somebody.
I feel like we all have to accept, or at least be aware that that is a possibility, though, right? You all have had this thought, right?
I believe in sacrifices and not casualties.
No. We're all gonna get out of this. We're all gonna be alive. We're gonna be so happy, and everything is gonna be aces.
I think about it a lot.
You do?
What Ashton said. I don't want to die. But I'm willing to sacrifice. And we're kidding ourselves if we don't think that we're not marching into the lion's den. I wouldn't stand by and let you be taken. If that happens, I hope it doesn't.
I want you at our side, not her.
All right. No, this is good. It's good to hear everyone's thoughts. Maybe tomorrow you can still scry and...
Sure.
It might be telling.
Maybe she's gone.
Maybe she's gone.
I wonder if you could make a deal with her or something. But I guess that's kind of
What's happening?
what's happening actually now that I think about it.
In the next couple days, I might scry on Delilah, but other than that, just kind of hanging out and.
Sure, you want to try and scry on Delilah?
Sure.
Already. All right, your first attempt. You feel as the scrying ritual begins to reach out for something, it almost seems to unravel the moment that it reaches beyond the circle you create, and the runes filter out.
Okay, that didn't work. How about I could ask the Changebringer about her, or I could go into your dreams. Do you dream about her?
We could certainly try. I mean, she's She's like a daydream all the time.
Then maybe I could just do it anytime.
All right. I can maybe. Hey, Fern.
Yes.
Do you still have like those like little incense and kind of
Yes. Yes. Do you want me to set up just a
little nap space?
Yes.
A little meditation space?
Yes.
Imogen, will you stay with me?
Of course.
It might help if you, can sort of think horrible thoughts to sort of bring her out. Because you were saying it's sort of like the darkest parts of you that activate her.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm gonna set everything up nice with some fabrics and some incense. Crush up a little lavender and a little blue lotus. Sprinkle it around you.
All right. Do you want to try to suck out some of my soul? Wake up.
Whoa.
No.
You would just give up your soul like that?
Well, I don't imagine she'd take all of it.
It might spark Delilah.
Let's try the more mild approach first.
Conservative.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But I'll kind of like lay my head in Imogen's lap and just kind of get myself to that half asleep, half awake, kind of deep meditative space and kind of just focus and meditate on Delilah.
Okay. Okay. And you're casting
Shared Dream?
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier, please.
Can I, at the same time, I want to cast Detect Thoughts, but I'm going to try to focus through Laudna's thoughts and see if I can find another.
Okay.
That's cool.
17.
17, okay.
Wait, can I help you out in any way since setting up a little space?
Huh? Whoa.
Can I help you out in any way?
I don't
Setting up
know.
a little space.
Trying to make this calming, or are we trying to make this uncomfortable? I'm not sure.
Huh? What?
Do we want a calm space? Is that what we want?
Calm space.
I mean, that's what I was going
As
for.
calm as it can be with you screaming in the background.
I'm not. I'm taking a break right now. It's got to have
Finish the outline.
Does it hurt? Yes. A lot.
All right. You concentrate and focus, and as you try and bring the image of Delilah into your mind, it's like you have a hard time remembering what she looks like. You know who she is. You've seen her before, but when you go into your subconscious, it's just a shadow. It's just an outline. Like she's perpetually backlit by a faint purple light, and you can't see her face. It's hard to focus. Like every single time you try and directly look towards it, your attention drifts off to something in the background.
Can I try to help her focus?
You would have if you were successful in delving in for any consciousness beyond hers. But unfortunately, you can see what she's seeing, but you don't sense another consciousness that you can connect with around or within her at the moment. You share in this space, and you can see from her as Laudna is kind of stepping through this calm field of purple orchids and other funeral light flowers. You can see trees and the distant shadow of a city. Kind of familiar to the shadow realm that you fought Delilah not long before, though also unfocused and blurred in places and kind of amorphous and changing. And you see as she walks, there's that shadow of a woman that walks in front of her. And even you trying to focus on it, your attention keeps looking off into other surrounding details. And the daydream just kind of fades as you hear the sound of creaking and the cheers of 6 or 7 skeletal crew off to the side as a 4-way game of rollies came to a climactic, multi-tiered stage conclusion. That's about as much as you can glean.
I'm sorry. I failed you.
What did you say?
blurry purple shapes and nothing.
Alright. Maybe that's a good sign.
Do you feel any different?
Do I feel any different?
Sadly, no.
Not really. Oh, rested.
Hey, that's great.
The lavender is nice.
Yes, it's always a little nice.
Oh well.
Next time, suck my soul.
Kind of hot.
Red Hot Chili Peppers song.
I just made a tattoo.
Suck my soul.
I think it would actually work.
Next time it happens,
Okay.
maybe I'll.
Yeah.
Smelling his hole. Smelling his hole.
Is there?
Oh, about 4 hours till we make landfall. Closer.
Perfect. That's enough time. That's plenty time. Great. We have a little surprise we're cooking up, but I don't want to spoil anything.
His blade pulls out and is at your throat.
Shit.
Oh, don't like surprises.
Dude, oh my goodness, this is such an overreaction. Calm down. It's all good things. You can't threaten me. I'm not going to spoil it.
I don't like how easily you dismiss my aggression. But I respect it.
That's...
Very well. Surprise me.
It's gonna be great. Just everyone, like, go down, go in your room, go downstairs, and then we'll call when we're ready.
And you don't look at like the main deck area.
Yeah, don't come
Just
up
look
on
forward or
Are you
behind
gonna
you.
decorate too?
Yes.
What do we have to decorate with?
Well,
Paint? We
We'll
have
figure
paint.
it out.
Do we have some dead bodies still in the?
We
No,
might
we
have
got rid
gotten
of
rid of the
those.
dead bodies.
Balls and coolers. Our guests are preparing themselves some sort of surprise.
Everyone kind of like looks over.
So no one goes above deck. Except you, of course, Sailor.
She's in the back, goes like,
Damn.
I'm going to my quarters.
I'm gonna go over to Laudna and grab her hands. There's not any pirates dancing yet, so I'm gonna go out into the middle of the
Lead it.
ship and start like dancing and spinning around. And
you can see like as the music begins to
this is not how.
swell and fill the silent stillness of the morning mists. Some of the skeletons watching, you hear this like clack, 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 clack. One of them's like not even realizing that his leg is like catching the beat, and kind of looks over at Sanjay, and Sanjay pulls out his fiddle and begins fiddling with it. And you can see some more.
I go up to Ashton. How's this for your mutiny?
This is everything I could have ever wanted and more.
Fantastic.
Fucking perfection.
Can we keep the banners?
Of course. Oh my gosh. I'm so honored.
Great.
Later.
Where's Pate? I'm gonna strangle him for not seeing that thing.
Well, you went down the left path. This is the right.
I went down this way.
Well, technically, this was the right path, or this is the left path. This is the right path. This was the center chamber. He just didn't see it.
He just didn't see it.
Then I pull out Pate and I give him to Imogen.
What was
You gotta keep your eyes open, buddy.
I don't have eyes.
Get in your house.
A flash of light and the kind of slightly torn open portal vanishes.
That's a new thing.
Yeah, I really like
That was
it.
very
Yeah,
cool.
I was kind of
really
like taking
cool.
inspiration from you a little
Yeah, I
bit.
can
on
see
that
that.
It was fantastic. I love it.
Can we get Pate to do something for me really quickly?
You want something from Pate now?
Whoa.
I thought you didn't trust him.
I don't.
What do you want from him?
I want him to get into the water and splash around a bit.
Oh.
Can he
Use him as
swim?
bait?
Yes, that's exactly what I want to do.
What happens if he gets eaten? Is he gone forever?
He's all right. He'll poop back. I have to like cast
He
a
will?
spell, but
He'll be
back.
killed.
He'll be killed. Yes.
But he'll come back?
Oh, yeah. I did
Oh,
like.
I suppose
I have
it's
to
fine
bring
anyway,
him
let's
back,
put him in
but
there.
yes. All right. Hey, buddy, were you napping?
I was just sort of, contemplating the meaning of my existence as a construct that's only really given purpose when it has to bring itself to bear to your commands. So, yeah, napping.
Oh, but you have like thoughts and free thinking, and you don't just like go idle when you're not being used, right?
I don't know. What can I do for you?
Well, I need you to be tackle. Be
What?
fishing I need you to be I need you
I hold up
to
my fishing line and the spark.
like this, the little spark. I need you to go in the river. I need you to go in the river and just like splishy splashy.
Oh, well, I can do one 5 times, yeah.
Yes. All right. Go.
Hey.
You just splash into the water on the end of your line.
Just near it, yeah, because I'm just still.
Yeah.
I'll see if I get another.
Oh yes,
It's a
please
race.
do.
Splash farther away. You're chasing off all my
I'm
fish.
sorry.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Oh, we're done already.
Oh, well, then you can keep playing. Just go over there.
Okay.
Oh my God, you're so cute.
I'm Misty stepping across.
Well, I'm doing
fine.
pull-ups on the rod on the other side.
Can I do acrobatics?
No.
All right.
Unless you actually, it's pretty taut. If you want to try and tightrope across, you can do
Tightrope across.
acrobatics.
Oh my God, you
It's a
can
much
do it.
higher DC.
It's like
You
the
can
Haunted
do
Mansion.
it. You can do it.
That's pretty cool.
Oh my
It is like
gosh.
a haunted
I have a
mansion.
plus.
You got this, buddy. You got this.
5.
I'm at the ready. As soon as I see her fall, I will shoot her with my grappling hook.
So as some of you kind of clamber across, like hand over hand, eventually getting to the opposite side, narratively, we'll say Laudna's the second to last, or to go across. FCG has, passed beyond at this point. You're holding up the rear as you begin to, arms out. They can't stop us all. Naruto run across the rope,
Balance, Laudna. Don't just.
and
You've
just
got to believe.
like you stop and catch yourself, and the rope's like whoa, 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 whoa. Zoom. And you fall and like slip ass over tea kettle in the air as a a bolt goes and you into the water. It is freezing cold, but you being a non necessarily super warm-blooded person, it does not a huge shock, just a little shock. But nevertheless, you are now kind of like treading water. I would like you to make an athletics check to try and swim to shore.
Can I use my telekinetic pull and like try to help her out, like pull her towards me as she's trying to swim?
Yeah, I will say because this isn't just pushing somebody in the air, you're pulling against the current of the water. Go ahead and roll a d20, add your spellcraft modifier or your spell.
My hoop skirt.
So you pull her 5 feet closer, and she just full on under the water.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm gonna. I'm gonna try and deal with this. I'm going to disengage the rod and the hammer.
Okay, you haven't crossed yet.
I know.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go running to catch up and dive in, still holding, like with the hammer still tied to the thing, but now not.
Okay, so you disengage, but just kind of run off in that way.
And I'm gonna try and get and go and jump and grab.
Okay, so you leap, and with the rope still tethered, which is taut, you kind of do an outward swing angle, which would put her beyond your reach because you are now kind of being, from a physics standpoint, you're being pulled away from the point where she splashed in and is dragged down. So you would have to either let go of the hammer or let the rope go. Your call.
Let the rope go.
Okay. So the rope actually, you just kind of give a tug and the rope snaps off of your. So we'll say that's 5 feet of rope off of whoever put that up. So it's now 45 feet of rope. As you into the water, the cold of it washing over you, the kind of dark murky beneath, that sound as you're currently now pushing through the river. You do manage to swim up to Laudna, and you're going to try and bring you both to shore?
I am. I'm going to flash out Seedling and whip out a vine onto Ashton's back.
Okay.
And hold on to the immovable rod on my side with my tiny arm.
Alrighty. So, are you pulling him? Or just attaching it to it?
I'm attaching and not letting them go downstream.
And
Because I'm holding this with one arm and this out with the other.
Okay.
And just
I'll say because he's a moving target beneath the surface of the water, just go ahead and roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
And just for fun, I'm gonna rage.
It's a 21.
21, yeah. You send it below, like a Spider-Man thwip, just catching the back of him. And you are raging. Go ahead and roll your athletics with advantage.
All right.
I feel like such a problem right now.
So it takes you a moment, but you do manage to get both of you up and out of the surface of the water and to the point where your feet begin to touch the bottom of the river itself and get some traction.
All right.
It's about this time that you also notice that something is emerging from the water behind them.
Oh,
like a mound begins to rise up.
Guys! Something's surfacing!
This is so heavy.
Activated,
Hold on
and
to her.
the hammer suddenly it yanks your shoulder a little bit, but not enough to do any damage, but just enough where it might be sore for a little bit. As you both rocket out of the water, as this creature kind of goes and tries to gore up behind them and catches just the air, maybe a foot beneath their feet. As you kind of pluck them up and kind of, I say, as gingerly as you want to, lay them down on the ground.
Yes, very gingerly.
Set them down.
It only goes so ginger because the gravity kicked in, so it is.
I'm just prestidigitation on you, Laudna, and drying you off.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
It was, I mean,
Worth it.
it was real funny. You look.
Now am I ready?
It's
Your
great.
makeup?
Perfect.
Yes.
And they, after this kind of standoff lasts a few moments, they begin to return to form.
Shoo!
I'm gonna turn on my lights and just shine my light right at them.
They kind of recoil slightly again, but you can kind of sense the emotion from them. The drive to consume heat is a little bit stronger than their fear of the light that you're presenting. And you watch as they recoil and then grow bold again.
If I'm back to calf with Laudna, I'm just going to start doing circles around her and try to keep them at bay somewhat. Shield up, sword out.
Can I say in shadow cant?
Ooh.
What?
Shadow can.
Shadow cant.
Shadow
I shadow
Thank
can.
you.
Can you understand me?
They don't speak at all, but what you can see now is about 5 or 6 that are kind of affixed around you, and about 4 or 5 that are around you. All of them, all at once, kind of look over in your direction. You've caught their attention for a moment. You also notice more are starting to creep in from the outside of the tree, from behind Chetney.
Spitball, it's like 15? 10, 15?
Right now, 10, 11,
If they want
12.
If they want heat, should we just give them like a bonfire somewhere else or something?
Let's do that.
I use a little prestidigitation to make just a little like flicker on in my palm of heat.
They're just looking at you.
They want life forms.
I want warm bodies, not warm flame.
Well, shit, we can't sleep here then.
Yeah.
Or we gotta figure out a way to keep them out.
We're outnumbered. There's like 14 of them now.
Are they little?
They're smaller than Chetney. They look almost like withered shadow gnomes, if you will. But also their features are exaggerated. You're uncertain who they might once been, if they've been something before, if this is just their nature. You don't know.
Well, you should tell them to leave, and if they don't leave...
Do you think they're undead? Should I turn undead?
Try
I
it.
think they are undead.
I can actually try this. I'll be able to tell. If I reach out to one, like I'm going to let it touch me. Chill touch.
Chill touch? Okay. Is that an attack roll or saving throw on their point?
It is
It's attack roll for you.
Attack roll from me.
Yep. 27.
27. Go ahead and roll damage.
3. Wait, did my shit go? I went up in a level, my shit goes up.
11 cantrips.
3d8. My cantrip go higher!
That means 3 Eldritch Blasts.
3d8. Well, chill touch.
I know, but when you do Eldritch Blast, you
I do 3 now. So the thing with chill touch,
Triple Eldritch Blast.
if you hit an undead target, it also has. Oh wait. You gonna make
Disadvantage on
arrangements?
attacks rolls against you until the end of its next turn.
Oh, I guess it is.
You're gonna kill it here anyway.
3d8. Go for it. Hit it.
I can't remember. I thought it wasn't. Okay.
Garbage.
Not great. Not great. 10, 11 points of damage.
Disappointing.
11 points of damage.
Yeah.
Leave the table.
As your energy converts into that cold, necromantic lash out to this creature, it strikes the shadow and it dissipates, and the others kind of recoil.
Did I get a sense that it's undead?
You got the sense that it's undead, and they all begin to close in once more. Very like the doldrums from the Phantom Toll booth. They're slowly creeping.
I think I've had enough
in.
of this.
Yeah, are we doing this? Feels like we're doing this.
Well,
Do
here,
your
I'll,
thing.
I'll,
Do your thing.
Oh, if we're gonna do this, I'm gonna hold you down.
What?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
shit.
I shield into Ashton.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will cast Turn Undead. It's not casting. I will just call on the Changebringer to get these undead things away from us.
As you close your eyes and give yourself this prayer that you unleash onto the Changebringer in hopes that she will grant to you the protection that you seek, this radio blast of magical energy seems to light up in the core of FCG's chest before it emerges like a shockwave of gentle warmth. And as it cascades outward, the shadows scatter until the entirety of the chamber you're in is left sans any shadow. You hear their tiny little squeaky cries as they're scattered into immaterial. And then silence.
Can I take dagger out to the opening of our A-frame and just look out?
You glance outward and make a perception check.
Everything smells like fish now.
I was gonna say that was really fishy.
12.
12.
Not great.
You kind of glance out with the light, and you can see about 7 or 8 of them that are just kind of waiting on the outside that are now recoiling into the nearby brush and foliage, properly fearful of what just occurred. And you get just the slightest, like out of the corner of your eye, shadow everywhere, moving for but a moment before it goes still once more.
Uh-oh.
So this is
These
all...
things are everywhere.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep trying to keep my mind open in case I can hear any yearning sort of thoughts.
I'm yearning, all right.
Not those kind of
Okay.
yearnings. Chet's dreaming about some.
What's he doing?
And you can see the shifting shadows still kind of weaving through the nearby foliage and brush, and just avoiding the proximity.
I just take out a little tuft of moss, peek through.
They're sad and cute.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel bad for him.
I do too.
Just trapped here, one in love.
I'm gonna put this up and
You know
put it
what
with the
I've
rest
heard?
of it.
Of like little parasites that can like get in your brain.
Coming
Like,
from flowers?
yeah, or just like from jungle settings.
I'm gonna put this on my somewhere else.
The cold air that grows colder as you approach the edge of this, you kind of can sense an odd connection to the energy of this space. There is a strong flow of, you can only consider negative energy that just kind of emanates from within. And there's an odd surge of strength and determination that comes within you as you pull back the spell bearing and throw it. And it coasts out, and you watch as it goes, and the winds catch it, and it shifts and moves as it falls and falls and falls. 300, 400 feet, and then it just is gone.
It is a portal.
Oh my god. What do we do?
Let's just jump.
Oh, might as well jump! I know.
How
get
long?
that.
But here's the thing:
I get
how long
that
would it
voice,
take
too.
to go to fall 400 feet?
It seems like it's more than that.
Could we put a little lit up ball bearing like a bell on Pate's neck and fly.
They do have a little
Let's
ribbon,
do it
don't they?
ourselves.
And from side to side.
You gotta take a risk. We can't keep sending pate ahead.
I got diameter is
I know, I do.
100
I feel
feet
really
more.
bad that I strangled him.
We're pretty mean to him.
I know. Can you bring pate
from
out?
side to side?
Yeah, or like half a mile.
Oh, it's like probably closer to half a mile.
Big caldera.
2 miles across. Yeah, just a massive sinkhole
Yeah.
where just the ground is
the dumb
gone,
thing-
and then it like slowly comes in with little bits kind of poking out, almost like hairs on the inside of a throat. It's just like this odd, like stone
I mean, like,
chasm
the
of
dumb thing-
nothing. It just disappears into shadow.
Just because we had necrotic stuff before, and it's a dark hole and it's cold, can I just like get a good whiff and feel if there's anything funky like coming from down below?
Sure.
Got a new one ready to go.
Seeing if there's a funky smell coming from
Natural
down below.
one. It's real funky.
Natural one. Like you get lost in the memory of like a fine summer morning on the beaches of the Menagerie Coast. You have a scent recollection of a pina colada type drink that just was delicious on your tongue. You have no idea where that came from, and it's distracted you from the moment, but it was a nice memory.
We used the rest of that pineapple for creative reasons.
Laudna pulled out.
Rubbing that out.
Laudna pulled out
Where he got his
pate.
wing.
Okay.
Yeah. Pate's out and I'm snuggling him because I felt bad for shaking him the other day.
Okay, I don't mind. Snuggle all you want.
Oh, do you mind if I shake you?
Well, I mean, let's find out.
No, I don't want to. I just didn't know if I hurt you.
I don't really hurt.
All right. Well, all right.
Not really alive.
Well, it is very weird, Laudna. It is.
Actually, Pate, do Pate and I get any weird sense of this, like, having a connection to undeath and other realms? Yeah. What do you think, Pate? What do you think?
Start screaming.
It's very dark.
Do you feel anything otherworldly?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
Getting deep with Pate.
Me too.
Reach inside yourself.
Do I sense anything?
I mean, you sense what you sense when you step to the edge, and there's
Oh, right.
there's
that.
definitely like a
Is it like intrusive thoughts, like when you're at the top of like a skyscraper and you're like, what if I just jump?
Hit me.
Yeah.
for you, maybe.
For me. Okay.
I just mean in the sense that like you're the one that's concentrating on it, and
Yeah.
but there's something. But as you kind of glance around, you can see the branches of this tree have an oddly textured, almost like striated bark that twists in ways and has like a deep maroon red coloration to it. And where the branches extend, black leaves just sprout out, these slick, long leaves that just kind of fold and overlap each other in places until they create these clusters. And it is everywhere. Indeed, this is just the top of a tree, and the further down you go, you get the sense you'll eventually find the base.
I'm gonna float down next to Laudna. Do you wanna hold on to me and go down?
Sure.
We all can go down, right? Are we still feather falling, or is it
Feather
over?
falling.
As soon as you touch
Yeah, as soon
down,
as you
doesn't
touch
it?
down, it
Oh,
ends.
it ends. You're right. Okay.
I can come up and get everyone, and just give me a second.
I've been in trees before. I'm fine.
There's a massive tree chicken.
Not a problem. I pulled out dual chisels, including a mini.
Chisel the tree.
Don't
I
chisel
don't
the
chisel the tree.
Huh?
Don't chisel the tree.
I wasn't gonna chisel the tree. I was just gonna, just in case I slip.
Go fly down there.
Well, hand on.
See what you see.
You know, Keela talks about this tree. I pictured something green and large and natural.
Same.
Okay.
I'll
So
fly
the two of you
Laudna
are
down.
flying through the canopy.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly Laudna down too, and then
Are you? It is dense to fly through, and to carry another person through this thick branches. It's still like pushing through a very dense tree canopy. So it'll take you a bit, but you can probably do it. Darting through and helping Laudna weave through the entirety of this ever thickening collection of trees. And it's not like a standard, expanding tree. This almost has like a red coral-like expansion. It is going out in all directions and dividing and dividing and dividing into thinner and thinner branches, like a capillary system. It is just expanding and consuming all the floor area of this cavern that you can even possibly see with what little light is there. And to that point, you have no light.
You have dark vision.
I do.
You do.
Kind of help guide her.
Which with the 10 acrobatics, you get partway down before one branch you push past that swats you both extremely hard in the face.
Ow!
You both take 3 points. I'll consider this slashing damage as the branches catch your cheeks. Slowly, you push through branches until they get easier to get through. You get to the thicker portions of where the tree branch bases are set. The two of you are the first to eventually break free of the boughs. And the boughs, they end 5 feet off the ground. And the ground is an interesting description. You touch down on a blanket of seemingly endless roots that just spiral out from the tree and entwine and knot and continue to stretch. And the roots themselves, for what light that you have visible, like there's wet vegetation and moss, like dark moss that grows through the roots as well. There's thousands and thousands of small objects embedded in between and on parts of the roots. You see gemstones. You see little carvings, little sculptures, pieces of ceremonial attire, musical instruments, and many, many skulls.
Offerings.
Maybe it's what's been left behind by people that perished here.
Are you all right?
You?
I'm good. As long as I keep you in the forefront of my brain, I think we'll be all right.
Promise.
Promise.
It is extremely cold here, and you feel yourself involuntarily starting to shake and shiver. You, at least. You're a little more keen on that temperature than she is.
I'll wait here.
I feel weird leaving you down here.
I'll be all right. Got past 8. You won't be long.
I look up. I can't see shit. What if what if I just stay down here and I send some lights up to them so they can get down better?
I mean,
that might help.
Aurum, super dexterous, Fern, fine.
Chet,
FCG,
fine. FCG's gonna
questionable.
have some issues.
But maybe
Ashton.
Fern can pick FCG up.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna
I was gonna start making my way down one way or
send
another
some
anyway.
dancing orbs up from the ground and send it up through the tree branches so that they can see where they're going.
That's very helpful.
You see a handful of globules that are mostly obscured by the cluster of overlapping
Just
tree
kind of
branches.
move them around and move them up.
I'll point and I'll say, hey, Laudna, we're gonna maybe open up a hole with lava in it.
You're gonna do what now?
We're gonna open up a hole and lava might shoot out, we don't know, but just get ready.
I imagine last thing FCG hears is me turning to Ashton and Jenny going, they're about to open up a fucking hole filled with lava, and then it cuts off.
I'm so glad we didn't go down.
Yeah, it checked out.
A few moments later.
Down there and
Fly down. Have it send another message up to them and let them know we're gonna go through a tiny hole into a lake of lava now.
good news! Lava didn't kill us, it's down below us. We're gonna fly down and land near it.
Wait, what? Are you absolutely insane? Why did you wait till we get there?
She said She said we should wait for them. Well, she said she's mad. She's
All right.
mad.
I think we should wait for them.
Okay. Well, come on down then.
Okay. All right. Come on down.
But
I imagine you
she's
once
got feather
again
fall.
Just hear me talking to Ash and Chetty
Although
going,
we can't change
you would
direction
not
with feather
believe
fall.
what they are
Right.
doing.
And the rest of you hear, just as you take in this fearful display. Well, now. You certainly have been busy, haven't you? I suppose the sting of failure is a magnificent motivator.
Telekinesis, I'm gonna throw the lava that they're above at them.
He kind of looks out and begins to mutter an incantation under his breath. As his fingers spread, the air seems to shimmer. I need 30-foot radius sphere.
Counterspell.
Each of you feel this strange, alien, arcane hand begin to reach into your mind, your memories, your fears. And then suddenly, it's gone. And you see Ludinus go. As he tries to... The counterspell just shatters.
Oh no, he's gonna hate you.
Yeah, he is.
Well, at the very least, we have more information. And he's going to keep walking.